Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about previous models of high-top excavators. Ones they're still making and not making, and I want to show you the differences between the previous models and the new models. The the, mod, the video I made before are the new models, and some of the things that are different I want to show you and going forward. What you see in front of you here is a Hightop zero weight mini excavator. Now, this is the smallest one they make. It's a 800 kilogram machine, so very light. And this is the smallest of the smallest. This machine is good for many different things, as you guys know who operate many excavators in the tight axis sector of excavating. So this machine has, it's basically almost identical as the 1-ton model. This one here is a little more, it's more open, it's smaller, and it does everything you guys want it to, but it doesn't have expanding tracks. It only has one setting of tracks, and you get this one here will actually go through a doorway, a standard size doorway, what I've been told. So it goes right through. Only take the hood off, and you can go through the doorway, no problem. It's a very narrow machine. It's designed for what it's designed for. Now, this model is not being made currently. Well, it is being made, but special order. It's not advertised in the new catalog. It's special order only. So, anyway, we're gonna go to the 1-ton. Now, this is the Hightop 10B model, and very similar to my machine, but this one here is a cab model. It comes in cabbed and non-cabbed, but I think the 10B is a cabbed model. Basically, everything's all the same, right? Something I had talked about with the dealer were the controls on the machine, which you see here. You can see here, if you're a big man with big legs, how you can get in here. The controls were a safety hazard, and I asked them for them to change this because, the way I did it, I put the controls further in, which made it easy for me to get in and out, and that's the way it was. Also, this model here is a solid mount. There's no swing on it. All you do on this one here is swing the whole house around, the whole top of the excavator. We call it a house, and you swing the whole thing around like a bigger machine. Now you get into the big machines, the 10-ton bigger machines, bigger than that. You don't have the swing on the boom. You have the whole house swings around. They come in gasoline or diesel engines. There's lots of good and bad about them. I really like the 1-ton, but for what I'm doing on my property, it just wasn't good. But for other people who are homeowners, general contractors and such, who may need a machine like this for, maybe once in a while working, they're a great machine, right? And high production, of course, you want name brand, but that's not really what the radio is about. It's about the models. It's a great little machine. I really enjoyed it, and but they don't offer this model anymore. Now this one here is identical to my own. It was very identical to the machine I had. Identical, and all the models I have talked about here so far, you can either have a gasoline or diesel engine. I like the gasoline because it's easy to maintain, easy to replace. But the only problem with the gasoline engine is you don't get the same smoothness in the hydraulics as you do with the diesel. But I think that maybe we'll try addressing those problems at a later date with another one-ton machine I'll be bringing in at a later date. Now the other thing too they've done, now they don't have any more, the new models, they've gone away from the hydraulic hoses to save weight, but the problem is the hydraulic hoses are problematic, where some of the hoses actually were blowing out because the wear and tear on the boom here, up on the boom here, they're bending too much and they tend to blow, right? So now they've gone to mostly all steel lines, and then on top they have a little hose, a proper hose on the bending areas. So it's a lot different now. So well, on the boom here, not so bad, but when you get up top on the top of the boom, bring the picture down a bit, way up top where it bends, the hoses will tend to break. So just little things, right? Put too much stress on stuff. Now, special order, they come with actually cylinder guards on them. Special order. I had talked about this with the manufacturer, that they should have guards on the cylinders to protect them, right? So it's just little things, right? Nothing is not overly complicated. Now it changes a lot compared to what it was, and they still come in. This year model here comes in either swing or solid. I think now the new models are coming in swing only. You can't really get these solid mount models anymore. Maybe the real small ones, but maybe like I think the 1 ton now are swing only on these. So here's another model. It's the Hightop 10D. A little more heavy duty than last one. Actually, it weighs a little bit more, but the has a lot of tail swing on this one here. The engine's further back. Of course, you get more space in here to move around because the controls are different. They have a little dashboard in here with gauges and such, and everything's changed. They basically took the ideas from this machine and put it into new models. Some little features, right? But this one here is not being made anymore either. Old stock, old ideas. One of the other things is the counterweight. I had talked to the manufacturer about the counterweight on it, and I said to him, I mean, you guys got to put the counterweight on these machines. It has to be standard equipment. These machines are no good without a counterweight on them. They're way too light. So now the new models have counterweights on them, and I didn't know this, but actually it was actually an option. You could actually add on the option of having a counterweight on the back, which I don't think it should be an option. I think it should be a standard equipment. Excavator, you have a counterweight on it. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Yeah. Here's the Hightop 12, 1.2 ton. I see no advantage in this model whatsoever. I mean, I don't get it, but it's a tiny bit bigger than the 1 ton, not by much. They don't make this anymore either. This model is obsolete. Old stock, old idea is gone. This is the Hightop 1.5 ton. They still make this model still. You know, if you're going up from 1 ton, you don't want to get the bigger machine, you go to 1.5 ton. You get joysticks, you get some floor controls. Design has changed quite a bit on it. Bit heavier, bit bigger. You know, here's what it is. Here's this one here too. You get a gasoline or diesel engine. So Um, these do come now with a hydraulic lockout. Bigger machine, more options. I've seen a really neat idea for the grapple. Bobcat, it's on their smaller machines, one-ton machines. So I talked to the dealer about it, and I mean, the manufacturer thinks they might implement the new grapple system. It's still manual grapple, but the system I seen, it's the real game changer. You don't have to worry about popping the pin in and out on the solid mount grapple. So if those changes come to new models, I will let that cat out of the bag. But right now, I'm just not saying anything about it. It's something I may do on my own machine, on my backhoe. With the machine I had ordered, it's all hydraulics, so different. So these ones here too have controls. Have your hour meter. Sorry. I always forget about the damn camera. They have the hour meter. They have your fluids in here, hydraulic oil, temperature. Other buttons you can press. Come with a diesel or gasoline engine, and there you have it. Now, here's the old model of the 1.8 ton. Actually, I kind of like the old model, the 1.8 ton, but they don't make it anymore, and it's a new style, right? You know, pretty skooky machine, but the boom, like there's a lot of features about the new model compared to the old model, and the new model you don't have the cylinder in the front anymore. The cylinder is actually on the back of the boom, which is a really good thing. So just makes the machine a little bit more versatile and less damage. And here you have guards here on these ones on the older models, but they're still good, right? There's really nothing wrong with them. Kind of just built a little bit different, but quite a bit bigger. I mean, you're going up from 1.5 ton to 1.8. For me, for me, like in my case, I went from the 1 ton to 1.8 ton, and I don't see a big I don't see a big reason to spend an extra $3,000 to go into the 2 ton when I can get the 1.8 ton a little bit cheaper, and it's still the same size as the 2 ton machine, right? Just increments of 200 kilograms, but it still is a good machine, and the changes are quite noticeable between the 1.8 ton previous models and new models. Just a few changes that they've done for good, right? So, but I really like this model. This is a really nice model here. This is the 2 ton. Now they stayed with the same concept on the 2 ton machine. They just didn't change it. And this machine here also comes with they all come with expanding tracks, but it is an option. It pays $350 extra to get expanding tracks. I mean, $350 is nothing. You get the expanding tracks on the machine, you get that added stability and added safety, and it's just a game changer. Why they don't make it standard equipment, I don't know, but it is what it is. Now, the 2 ton has the option of a steel track, and this is something I talked about before, is getting the kit to get get rubber pad track, and that be something I may be putting on my 1.8 ton. I want to go to the rubber rubber pad track for my next machine. That's aftermarket, and we'll cross that path when we get there, but that's definitely going to be a huge game changer. I don't like rubber track, but I do like rubber pad. It makes it for a very versatile machine. It actually adds to the value by going to that. The manufacturer will be a later date. I'm not too sure when, but we talked about it. That's maybe something for a later date as an option if you want rubber pad track on your excavator. So just little things, right? But you know, but steel track, can't go wrong with it. It'll last forever. So it's a good machine. Here again, the 1.2, they still make this model here, 1.2 model, 1.2, 2. Hightop 2.2 ton machine. They haven't really changed the model too much on this one here. It's pretty much the same, but it is a little bit heavier. What does it say for weight on this machine here? What is the weight on here? Well, I mean, 2.2 ton is, of course, model number indicates the weight of it. It's 2,200 kilograms. So that's roughly 4,000 pounds. So roughly. So you're getting up there, right? Getting up there in weight. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, a little over 2,000 pounds. So you're looking at about 4,200 pounds for this machine. The 1.8 is just under. You're looking at about 3,500 to 3,800 pounds on the 1.8 model, depending which features you get on it. So really good machine here too. And they still make this model at 2.2. This is my ultimate machine I want to get in the future. I like to get the 3 ton or 3.5 ton machine. They still make this model, changed a bit, and for the good. So they've done a lot of different upgrades on this machine, and for the price point, I mean, if you start with a small machine, you upgrade to the bigger machine. That's your judgment call. But that's if you're looking for a bigger machine for your business, you're better off buying a 3 ton machine. Of course, you got more weight, right? The higher you go up in the tonnage, the more weight you're gonna have. So this is 3,000 kilograms over that. So you're looking at about 6,000 pound machine, right? So little things. This one comes in cab, non-cab, and the models have changed a bit. The style has changed a bit. You might notice that on the previous video. Just the design changes changed quite a bit. It's a heavier machine, heavy duty, and I mean, they basically changed the whole damn thing, right? So here now we get into a little bigger machines, 4.5 ton. They don't make the 4.5 ton in a tired model. They don't import those anymore to Canada. They come in. They basically get the 4.5 ton in this model right here. So I mean, you're getting up there, 4.5 ton. You're getting quite a bit of weight in there, right? And quite a bit bigger machine, steel track. So 6.5 ton, you're getting up there too. The current company the company I'm dealing with, they still make these Hightop 6.5 tons. It's old stock, but it's a lot bigger machine, heavier and such, and you're getting your real bang for your buck buying the bigger machine. So, but currently they're not making this model. They're not making this one. This is actually old stock, special order. This is even a bigger one. This is actually one that I really like the most. It is the Hightop 70 wheeled excavator. I really like this. I mean, this machine's a no-brainer. Now, if you're doing a lot of this model is not really offered anymore. It's only special order. But this is a really good piece of machinery. And you don't have to really bother towing it around, because if you put a license plate on it, you can drive the thing down the highway. You don't have to really worry about. It's not really designed for that, but if you're nearby your work location, you just drive it down the highway and you do what you have to do. So pretty interesting stuff. So, but yeah, the company does not, Hightop. Well, Hightop has changed to Northern Equipment, but they're not making this as standard equipment, standard models anymore. It's special order only. So, bit bigger machine. This is the Hightop 7.5 ton machine. So there you go. It's a lot bigger. They make them, but special order. You know, you start getting these machines, you start getting into the higher price range, higher weight, of course. And I don't think these fit. I don't think these actually fit in a container anymore. They're just too big. But anyways, pretty interesting stuff. This is the 80 model. They don't make this one anymore. As special order only. The 8-ton machine, another tire machine. Pretty interesting stuff. I like them, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. But they're great little great machines for what they do. Here's even a bigger one, 9-ton excavator. Now you're getting to the big heavy duty stuff. And we had at work, is off topic, but at work we had a 9-ton Sani, and it was just a beautiful machine. It's identical to this one here. I mean, it's all same design, and it was a beautiful machine. So no problems with it. So yeah, so I mean, these are just models that were featured for the last 5, actually I forget how long these models have been offered for, but they've been offered for between 5 to 10 years. These previous models, and everything's changing now, right? So, but yeah, pretty interesting. There's your accessories. They got different things now, and I'm not going to really get into that. Not really relevant. The wheel loaders. Special order again. If you want them, you have to special order it. I don't know if they come in a container or not. I'm not too sure. Maybe in a high top container, maybe. Yeah, it is what it is. So now, if I had my choice, now those of you who do know or do not know, I love my backhoe. So, I mean, this is a good option to go with too. Loader, it's actually a combination of loader backhoe. I mean, you might think, okay, well, it is basically a loader with a backhoe attachment on it. Well, this is a specially made thing they have, so it's pretty interesting. I really like it. I really like this design. I mean, this again is a special order machine. It does have 4-wheel steering, and also has you can steer from the back or the front of the machine, which is nice. I really like that. JCB is the only one I know of that has the reversible steering. You can be on the back of the machine, and the controls will work. So it has it has like a it's a seat. It goes 360 degrees, and all the controls are on the seat. There's no more steering wheel on these ones here. Well, maybe on the front of the machine there's steering wheel, but on the back, you basically operate like an excavator or a skid steer or whatever, and you have joysticks, and you move it front and back and turn it around. So it's a really nice feature. Like I said, JCB is the only one I know of who does that, and this makes it for an awesome piece of machinery. So interesting stuff, very interesting stuff. But it's a special order again, and likelihood of seeing one of these things in Canada, probably not. So but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so there you have it. That's the new models and the old models there. This is the old models of excavators that they have made in the past, and always special order into Canada, from the factory to special order, and you know, it's not something I'll be bringing in. I don't have the funding to be bringing in all this big fancy equipment. So, but you never know. As one of my favorite guys on YouTube says, you know, well, you only live once. You might as well enjoy it. Enjoy your money and buy what you want. So, anyways, yeah. So there you have it. Yeah. So, if you see anything on these little catalogs that I've shown you guys of the excavators, if there's something you're curious about, reach out to me and I'll explain it to you. If you need to be, like I said, I'm getting another one, not this year, but maybe next year with some other stuff. Just for resale value and other business I'm going to be getting into and such. You know, these machines are in high demand and everybody wants one. Very handy machine to have. You know, name brand stuff is skyrocket prices, but you be mindful that it is Chinesium, and you have to be mindful of those things with Chinesium equipment. So anyways, thanks for watching my video. Any questions, like I said, put in the comments below, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.